Who's next? Aaron in Chico, California. Hi, I'm glad you called. Great to have you on the program. Hello.
Thanks, Russ. Mega dittos. I'm calling actually in response to, I think it was last week, you were lamenting, and I think you were commenting on a journalist saying about how America has felt like it's been under a soft cooler, has been taken over essentially by the communists. And I kind of wanted to semi-confirm that because I like to read history and whatnot and past economies and past collapses and so forth. And John F. Kennedy gave a speech back in 1971 called The President and the Press. And he kind of gave a warning to the press about their role, but he eventually went on to basically tell the danger that is upon this country, and basically what he referred to as a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies on covert means and subversion through our elections and infiltration in ways that we're not accustomed to. And he spelled out a few ways that this entity referred to, didn't call it out specifically by name, but he said it has a vast capability of political, economic, military, scientific aspects worldwide that work in ways to subvert our society in ways that we don't really see it. And he was really basically giving a heads up to the press, who I think is the biggest problem in this country, because they aren't telling people really what's going on. And if they did, you'd have a much better reaction of people really seeing what's going on rather than just kind of still protecting a certain political group of people, specifically Democrats. And overall, they're the ones who are supposed to help inform us. And Kennedy warned about that if we had all the information given to us as a people, that he trusted us to make the right judgment and the right choices based on the fullest information rather than what the press and the media.
Look, there's no question about that. Look, here's the thing. We know who Obama is, and we know what he's going to do every day. We know who Harry Reid is and what he's going to do, and ditto Pelosi. We know all that. There's no surprise there. They're, in a sense, they aren't the problem. The media is. The media has a constitutional role. That's what you're just alluding to. And they've abrogated it. They have now chosen sides. The media is the Democrat Party. They're just another wing of it or another arm of the Democrat Party. And they remain the number one obstacle to a fully, honestly informed public. A country like ours depends on an informed public participating in civic citizen operations like elections and the PTA and town councils and this kind of stuff. It depends on that. It depends on an informed, participating population and electorate. And the media is doing everything it can to prevent full information taking place. We know who Obama is. It's just that people who don't are not being told. And I imagine you could look at it the other way around as well. Now, what I had said, and I think Kennedy was talking about the Communist Manifesto there, either that or the Socialist International. But all I said was last week, and it was in relationship to Obamacare, that I actually, when I was a kid, people that are not my age will not at all be able to relate to this. I never feared nuclear holocaust. I never thought that would happen. Even though we had bomb shelters and all, but I never feared that. But I had nightmares about communists taking over the country. I had nightmares about being chased by them down the streets in my little hometown. I really did. And not often and not constant, but that was losing the country to the communists. I mean, they were making no bones what their intentions were. It was not something anybody had to make up. And you're citing Kennedy talking about it. And I mentioned in sort of a passing way last week that I almost felt with this Obamacare stuff being implemented and everything associated with it, almost felt like I thought I would feel if we had lost a war to the commies. To the communists. And it was eerie in a sense. And that was the point that I was making. I was not suggesting that it had happened and that this takeover had happened by any stretch, although some people think it has. I was just using that as a point of illustration to try to share with people how I felt about it that day, just in a new way of expressing the idea. Anyway, Aaron, I appreciate the call. I'm really out of time. I've got to take a break. We'll be back after this.